What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a customer support AI agent by creating a simple workflow in N8N. Let's get started. In N8N, I've created a workflow that I've renamed to customer support AI agent. And here, we're going to start by adding a first step. Now, since we're going to receive emails from customers or clients via Gmail, here, I'll search for Gmail and click on Gmail. I'm going to choose an on message received as our trigger. Then here, we're going to create a new credential to connect our account to N8N. To do that, just click on sign in with Google over here. Then on the new window that pops up, choose the account that you'd like to connect to N8N, and your connection will be created. Since I had already done that, I'm going to close this right here. Mode, I'm going to choose every minute. Event is going to be message received. Here, I'm going to turn this to off. And then now, we're going to try to send ourselves a customer support email, similar to this one right here, with the subject line of, do you offer support on weekends? Hey there, I wanted to ask if the support team is available on weekends. I might need setting up my account this Saturday. Thanks in advance, Sarah. So here I'll click on send to send ourselves this email as a customer. Now, our trigger, I'll click on fetch test event to get the email. So here you can see the email that Sarah sent us over here. So now here I'll pin this data and use this data to set up our workflow. So now with the customer's email over here, I'm going to wait a few seconds right here. I'll search for the wait node. Can wait, let's say 3 seconds. Rename this node to wait 3 seconds. Then here I'll click on rename, and then I'll execute this node over here. Our node was executed successfully. Now, the next thing that we're going to do here is we're going to add the customer's name, email address, and the email that they sent us. So to do that, in Airtable, I've created a base that I've renamed to customer support base. In this base, I've created a table that I've renamed to customer support table. And here's where we're going to add the customer's name, email, and the email that they sent us over here. So to add the customer's name, email address, and the email that they sent us, here I'll search for Airtable, then click on Airtable. Then here I'll click on create a record node. Here you'll need to create a credential to connect your Airtable account to N8N. To do that, just add your access token right here from Airtable. To get your access token in Airtable, click on your profile, then click on build a hub right here. Then here, click on create a token, then give it a name, then add all the scopes right here. Then here, choose the base that you'd like to access via N8N, then click on create a token. Then on the new window that pops up, copy the token and come and paste the token right here and click on save to create your credential. Since I had already done that, I'm going to close this right here. And here we're going to find our base. Our base is going to be the customer support base. The table is going to be the customer support table. And here we're going to map values with the data from our workflow. So we're going to start with the name. So here we're going to map the name, the email address, and the email that they sent us right here. So for the category and the email response, we're going to update these columns later on after we've generated their response. But to add the data to our spreadsheet, to your table, I'll click on execute step right here. And you can see our node was executed successfully. We can see we added the name, email, and the customer email of our customer. I renamed this node to customer email. And click on rename right here. Here, we can go ahead and categorize the email. To do that, we're going to use an AI tool. So in AI, I'll click on OpenAI, and here I'll click on message model node. Here, you'll need to create your credential to connect your account to N8N. So from your OpenAI API, add your API key right here and click on save to create your credential. Then here we're going to choose a model. I'm going to choose GPT 4.1 mini. And here we're going to add the prompt for the system role and the user role over here. The prompt for the system role is on the lines of, you're an intelligent classification assistant. Then the prompt for the user role could be on the lines of, your task is to read the following customer email and determine which of the 3 categories it belongs to. And here we're adding our categories. The categories are general inquiry, technical issue, and billing. Return only the category name exactly as written, no extra text, no explanation. And here we are mapping the customer's email right here. So here I'll click on execute step to classify our email. You can see it was classified in the general inquiry over here. Here I renamed this node to email classifier. and click on rename right here. And then the next thing that we're going to do here is here, I'm going to wait a few seconds to generate a response. We're going to send these customer. So we can wait, let's say 5 seconds. We can wait 5 seconds. I rename this node to wait 5 seconds. Click on rename right here. Here, let's execute this node. Then to set up our customer support AI agent here, I'll click on AI, then here click on AI agent. Here, I'll choose to define below and add the prompt and the system message over here. The prompt is on the lines of, you are a professional and friendly customer support AI assistant. And the system message is on the lines of, your job is to read the customer's email message and provide a clear, helpful, and empathetic response based on the category of the inquiry. Follow these rules. And here we're telling the agent to respond conversationally in a warm and human tone, not robotic. If the issue requires human intervention or cannot be resolved automatically, politely mention our support team will reach out to you shortly to assist further. Keep the responses concise and under 150 words, but complete and reassuring. Use the customer's email content and category to craft the most relevant response. Do not include explanation, reasoning, or meta text. Output your response as a valid JSON object with the following fields. So we're going to output the email, category, and the AI response. And here we are mapping the customer's email address, category that the email was classified in, and the customer message right here. And then here, I require specific output format. Then I'll click on the output parser over here. Then I'll click on structured output parser. I'll add a JSON example of output right here. So I would like to output the email address, category, and the response I'm going to send them over here. I'm going to drag this node at the top right here. The other thing I'm going to add is a chat model. I'm going to choose OpenAI chat model over here. I'm going to choose my credential and the model over here. Then I'm going to drag this node at the top right here. The last thing that we're going to add is the memory. I'm going to choose a simple memory right here. I'm going to choose to define below and add a key over here. You can add any key. And then I'll drag this node at the top right here. So here, I'll open this node and click on execute step right here to generate a response to our client right here. You can see we generated an incredible response. We're going to send our customer. The response is on the lines of, hi Sarah, thanks for reaching out. Yes, our support team is available on weekends, including this Saturday, to help you with setting up your account. Feel free to contact us anytime and we'll be happy to assist you. Looking forward to helping you get started. Best regards, customer support team. That's amazing. I love that response. So here, I rename this node to customer support AI agent and click on rename right here. Now, since we have 3 categories over here, so we outlined general inquiry, technical issue, and billing categories. Here, we're going to switch between the 3 categories to send a personalized response to the customer. So to do that here, I'll search for the switch node to switch between the 3 categories right here. So in here, we're going to add 3 routing rules. First rule, you can save the category to general inquiry. I'm going to route my response in the general inquiry routes. The other category is going to be the technical issue category. So if the category is equal to going to route our response in the technical issues routes. And lastly, if the category is equal to billing, we're going to route our response in the billing route right here. So I'll click on execute step right here. You can see our output was in the general inquiry route right here. So now we can proceed and set up our workflow. So the first thing that we're going to do here is we're going to wait a few seconds to avoid overwhelming Gmail. So I'll search for the wait node. We can rename this. We can wait, let's say 2 seconds. We have renamed this node to wait 2 seconds. And click on rename right here. Then I'll execute this node right here. Then here, I'm going to now send the response to the customer via Gmail. So I'll search for Gmail right here. Then I'll click on reply to a message right here. You're going to add the message ID, which you're going to get from the Gmail trigger right here. Then email type, I'm going to choose text. And you're going to map the response right here. Then the last thing that we're going to do here is I'll click on add options and click on append any chain attribution. Then we're going to turn this to off. Then here, click on execute step right here to send the customer the response here. So here, I rename this node to general inquiry response. And then here click on rename. The next thing that we're going to do here is we can add a label to our customer's email. So to do that, I'll search for Gmail again and click on Gmail. And here click on add a label to a message node. You're going to add the message ID right here. And here you can choose a label since it's a general inquiry route. I'll choose a general inquiry label right here and click on execute step to add the label to the message right here. So here I'll rename this node to add general inquiry label to message and click on rename right here. Now we can also send our team a notification notifying them that a customer who sent us an email for support, we've generated them a response and sent them the response and added the response to Airtable for them to take a look if the customer requires any additional help. So to do that, here I'll search for Gmail again, click on Gmail, and this time around we're going to click on send a message node right here to send a message to our team. So this here we're going to add our team's email. Should be support, could be support@company.com, and then the subject line for the email is could be on the lines of new general inquiry from, and here we're adding the customer's name. Email type we're going to choose text, and then the email body could be on the lines of hi team, we've just received a general inquiry from, and here from a customer. And here we're adding the customer's details. So we're adding their name, email, and the email that they sent us right here. Please review and respond if the inquiry requires manual handling or further clarification. Best customer support AI agent. Then here, I'll click on add options and click on append any turn attribution. Then we're going to turn this to off. And here I'll click on execute step to send our team the notification. So here I'll rename this node to and general inquiry team notification right here. Then the last thing that we're going to do here is we're going to update the category and the email response that we generated and sent our customer right here in Airtable. So to do that, here I'll search for Airtable and click on Airtable, and then here I'll click on update record node. Here I'll search for base, which is customer support base, and our table, which is customer support table, and here I'm going to add our ID. So the ID we're going to grab it from Airtable right here and map it over here. Then here we're going to map the category and the response that we generated using our AI agent right here. So map the category and the response right here. Then I'll click on execute step right here to update our records right here in Airtable. You can see we updated the record with the category and the response. So they sent us this email, and then we responded to them using this response right here that we generated using our AI agent. So here I rename this node to update general inquiry record and click on rename right here. Then the last thing that we're going to do here is we're going to complete our workflow. So I'll search for the do nothing node right here and click on it. And then here I'll execute it to complete our workflow right here. Now here for the technical issue and the billing route, we're going to set them up the way we did with the general inquiry route right here. Since the nodes are going to be the same, here we can save ourselves some time and just choose to duplicate this node twice right here. So this one would be for the billing route, this one will be for the technical issues route right here. And all you have to do now here is this one can choose to wait, let's say 4 seconds, and rename this to wait 4 seconds. Okay. And then I'll go ahead and update the email nodes with the technical issues data, and we can do the same with the billing route over here. Now I've gone ahead and updated our nodes for the technical issues route and the billing issues route right here. So here for this node, we left it as is, since we're sending the response to our customer we generated using this AI agent. And here we added the label technical support to our message. And then here we sent our team a notification notifying them of a customer who reported a technical issue that may require manual investigation right here. And here we are adding the details, the name, the email, and the message right here. Then we're telling the team, please review the issue and follow up directly if troubleshooting or account access is needed. best customer support AI agent, and we're turning this to off. Here's the subject line of the email, technical issue reported by, and then we're mapping the customer's name. Then here, we're updating the category and the email response that we generated using our AI agent. Same with the billing issue. So here on this node, we're leaving it as is. And then in this node, we're adding the billing label to our customer's email. Then we're sending our team a notification here. So with the subject line, billing issue reported by, then we're mapping the customer's name, email type we're choosing text, and the email body is on the lines of hi team. The customer has reported a billing issue that needs review. And here we're adding the customer's details like the name, email, and message. Please confirm the details and take appropriate action. For example, refund, invoice resend, or verification. Best customer support AI agent. And we're turning these to off. Then updating the record that we created right here for the customer's email with the response and the category we classify the email right here. And then we're completing our workflow right here. So our workflow is pretty much set up. So here we are receiving a customer email inquiring for support. Then we're waiting a few seconds and then adding the email and the customer's details in Airtable over here where we're adding the name, the email, and the email that they sent us. And then we are classifying the email that they sent us according to these three categories right here. So general inquiry, technical issue, and billing. And then we're waiting a few seconds and then generating a personalized response to the customer using this AI agent. And then depending on the classification, sending the response to our customer via email. And then we're adding the label to the message. And then we're also sending a team notification via email telling them that a customer just sent an email inquiring for support. Lastly, we're updating the record that we created right here with the category and the email response that we generated using our AI agent and sent our customers using this workflow right here. So now let us try testing our workflow to see how it works. To test our workflow, here I'll unpin this data. And now to send ourselves an email as a customer, I'm going to send this email right here. The subject line can't log in into my account. The email body is on the lines of hi support. I've been trying to log into my account, but I keep getting an invalid credential error, even though my password is correct. Could you help me fix this? Here I'll click on send to send this email. A workflow, I'll click on execute workflow right here. Here you can see that our workflow was executed successfully. We triggered our workflow after we sent ourselves an email as a customer. Then we added the email data to Airtable. Right here, you can see we added the name, email, and customer email. Then here we classify the email using this node right here. And then we generated a personalized response, this AI agent. Then here you can see that they were classified in the technical issue category. Then we are proceeding and sending the response that we generated using this AI agent to the customer using this node. We're also adding a label to the message. And then we're also sending our team a notification notifying them of the customer's email. And then we're updating the record that we created in Airtable with the category and the AI response that we generated using this AI agent. So now when I open our inbox, you can see the response that we generated using our AI agent to our customer over here who sent us this message. They were inquiring about getting an invalid credential error. Then we sent them this response. We were telling them, hi Denis, thanks for reaching out. The invalid credential error can sometimes happen if there's a typo or a syncing issue with your login info. Please try resetting your password using the forgot password option to set a new one securely. If you continue to face issues after that, our support team will reach out to you shortly to assist you further. Best regards, support team. That's amazing. And then we're sending our team this notification right here. So we are telling the team, hi team, customer reported a technical issue that may require manual investigation. And here we're adding the customer's details and the email that they sent us right here. And we're telling the team, please review the issue and follow up directly if troubleshooting or account access is needed. And lastly, we are updating the record that we created right here in Airtable with the category and the response that we generated using our AI agent right here, using this workflow over here. So now let us try testing the billing route right here. So now to test the billing route, we're going to send ourselves this email as a customer. Subject line of the email is on the lines of refund request. I accidentally subscribed to the annual plan instead of the monthly one. Could you please process the refund and switch me to the monthly plan instead? Regards, Dennis. So we can send this email here as a customer. And in our workflow here, I'll click on execute workflow. You can see that our workflow was executed successfully. Here we triggered our workflow after we sent ourselves an email, a billing email as a customer. Then we waited a few seconds, then added the customer's email and their data to in Airtable over here. So we added their name, the email address, and the email that they sent us right here. Then we are classifying the email using this node right here. Then we are generating a personalized response. So we're going to send the customer using this AI agent. Then here we classify the email as billing. So here we are sending the client the billing issue response using this node right here. Then we're adding the billing issue label to customer's email using this node right here. And then we're sending our team a notification using this email node right here. And lastly, we're updating the customer's record with the response and the category that we generated using our AI agent over here. Then we're completing our workflow right here. When I open my inbox, here you can see the email that our customer sent us right here, requesting a refund. And then we send them this email right here, which is on the lines of hiding it. Thanks for reaching out. I've noted your request to switch from the annual to monthly plan and to process the refund, the annual subscription. Our support team will reach out to you shortly to assist further with this. Best regards, support team. And then here, we're sending our team these billing issue notification right here from our customer. So we're telling the team, hi team, a customer has reported a billing issue that needs review. And here we're adding their customer details, including the email that they sent us. And then we're telling the team, please confirm the details and take appropriate action. Best customer support agent. And lastly, we're updating the record that we created right here with the category and the email response that we're sending our customer over here. So these are the responses that we generated using our customer support AI agent in this workflow right here. We can try testing the general inquiry route to see how it works. Test the general inquiry route. Send this email as a customer. The email is on the subject line of the email is on the lines of how long does shipping usually take? Then the email body is on the lines of hello there. I just placed an order and was wondering how long delivery normally takes. Do you provide tracking details once it ships? Appreciate your help. Then here click on send to send this email. Then in our workflow, I'll click on execute workflow right here. You can see that our workflow was executed successfully. So here we triggered our workflow after we sent ourselves an email, a general inquiry email as a customer. Then we waited a few seconds and then added the email that the customer sent us with their data in Airtable. We added their name, the email, and the email that they sent us. Then we classified the email using this node right here. Then we waited a few seconds and then generated a personalized response that we sent them using this email node right here. Added a label to their email, to the email that they sent us. And then we sent a team notification email to our team, notifying them of the customer who needs support. Then lastly, we're updating the record that we created right here of the customer with the AI response and the category that we generated using our AI agent over here. So you can see we updated the category, which was general inquiry, and the response that we generated using our AI agent over here. Email, you can see the email that the customer sent us right here and the response that we generated using our AI agent over here. So we sent them this email, which is on the lines of thanks for reaching out. Delivery usually takes about 3 to 7 business days, depending on your location. Once your order ships, we will definitely provide you with the tracking details so you can keep an eye on your package every step of the way. If you have any questions or need further assistance, feel free to ask. Best regards, customer support. And we're also sending our team this email, notifying them of the customer over here. So we're telling them, hi team, we've received a new general inquiry from a customer. Here are their details, including the email. Please review and respond if the inquiry requires manual handling or further clarification. Over here. So we generated this personalized response that we sent our customer after they sent us this email, and added the email data to our base in Airtable using this workflow that we created right here in Anytime. Now, if you'd like me to create this workflow for you, or a workflow similar to this one, just click the first link in the description to schedule a call with me. On the call, we'll discuss into details the workflow that you'd like me to create for you, and then I'll proceed to create the workflow for you. But if you enjoyed this video and you have an AI agent or a workflow in mind that you'd like me to create using N8N, just comment it down below in the comment section. I read all the comments, and if I land on your comment and I find it intriguing, I'll come back on a future video showing you how to create the entire workflow or AI agent from scratch using N8N. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.